In today's episode, we show you two brand new escape rooms in a box from a company called Escape Welt from Germany. We have the Fort Knox box and the Space box.
Hey, welcome to Puzzle Time today. Today is episode 94. We got Tyler and I'm Linnea. Today we will be doing some escape room in a boxes. So there's sequential discovery boxes by Escape Welt. So Tyler, which one would you like to start off with today?
Let's do Space box. I'm a sci-fi buff of it, so I enjoy that.
This one was my favorite video. I watched a bit of Yvonne solving it. I didn't go through the whole video, but I saw little blurps of it, so it was fun to watch him do it.
Yeah, why don't I open it? You show the box off. I think the boxes are actually quite unique for this.
The box is basically probably what aesthetically pleases me the most about it.
Yeah, I like these. They've done a nice job on the
They did really good, yeah.
Box,
so this is new designer for us, Escape Welt.
Yeah,
or Escape Welt, if he's
Escape Welt,
yeah.
Right?
So this one's a level 9 on the Puzzle Master difficulty level.
Yep.
So
there's lots of stuff.
Basically, there's so much stuff to open on it. It makes it very hard. You kind of have to go with the backstory of it to understand what the puzzles are and what the theme is on it.
I'll say these puzzles have a little bit more, like the wood that they use has a bit more of an unfinished feel than some of the adventure stuff. But I will say, I think these are a little more complex maybe than the adventure puzzles. There's a lot more going on, but it's very similar design. So if you like those, these are really good puzzles. I love this kind of stuff. The adventure stuff is great. These are a little bigger too than adventure, I'd say. Hey.
Oh yeah, they're good. They have a bit more of a larger size.
Do we want to try solving any of this? I don't know.
I don't know how far we'll get. Like, there's so much stuff going on. How do you determine where do you start on it, right?
Yeah.
I guess you got to look at what matches with each item on it.
Honestly, these feel a bit like something you'd find in some sort of like Egyptian sarcophagus, and it's like Pharaoh had this built for him and is buried with it, and it's like some sort of puzzle you got to figure out. You can see keyholes too. This one has like a keyhole right here, and then some sort of a hole down lower here. And there's a lot of things moving around inside the box, which I find interesting. Lots. Like they feel like there's a whole bunch of different like little pieces moving around in there. They are a little bit more expensive than Adventure. I'll say that. But I think it is like it's more complex, and there's I'm gonna guess they're a little harder.
Yeah.
Just based on an initial look, but they're great, and these escape rooms in a box are fantastic. Do you know what the time limit on these generally is? Or
this one I think was around 60 minutes.
60 minutes. I think that's most of these guys' stuff. Is kind of you plan for about an hour-long puzzle.
Yeah.
So you were saying Puzzle Guy has solved this before on his channel?
Yes, this one and the pyramid. I don't think he did the other one we're doing in the video today, but
let's move on to that one.
He did this one for sure.
Okay, this is called the Fort Knox box.
This one looks pretty cool too. I haven't even, like this one you can't even see a peek of what's inside. This one kind of gives you a little bit of an idea. So I haven't even checked this one out at all, but
and now there is a third one we're not showing called the pyramid, right?
Yeah.
And so it's a little wider than these, but it's a big pyramid. So.
I feel like that one's the most aesthetically pleasing of them all, but they all look like really cool and have such a cool feel to them too, right?
Yeah.
And how they come up with all these puzzles to lead to it is just crazy to me.
But I actually think visually, just on an inspection, this is the one that intrigues me the most of all three.
This one had a really cool backstory, actually.
Really?
Each one comes with a little card that you can read the backstory on. And this one actually kind of struck me the most is it's about a mafia family breaking into Fort Knox building, whatever that is.
Right, Fort Knox is like where they store gold and stuff.
Yeah,
in the
and so
United
you're supposed to
States.
go and find a coin, and it has something to do with, like, the coin has something to do with a mummy or something like that.
Right.
So it
right.
actually has a pretty interesting backstory to it, which I thought was
yeah,
pretty cool.
which is similar to what escape rooms do, right? When you go to
Yeah.
an escape room, they've built a story. Usually, have some videos or something that you watch, and you're a character in this story. So that's
Yeah.
kind of building on that, right? Again, it's that escape room in a box thought.
Yeah.
So I like that. Cool. Okay, Fort Knox box. What all do you see here, Linnea? The first thing that strikes me, like I said, is this dial. I like this. I don't know what this is. It really intrigues me. A dial on the bottom. I will say this one has a few less symbols. If you look at the Spacebox has a ton of symbols and different things going on it.
Yeah.
This one has less of that, but I feel like there's some more interesting stuff. There's also these 3 wheels here on the side that when you play with them, they do seem to move together. Players right in here. There you go. And then there's another wheel here. Now this is where you see a few symbols on this wheel, I think, is when you turn it on, it doesn't even turn. Oh, there you go. So there's some, it's not symbols, it's letters. There's numbers here.
Oh, that one.
Look at that. There's a number inside that thing, and the dial moves the number. But I actually can't seem to get any other numbers other than that one to show up.
Yeah, I think you kind of have to move something around to get this one to work.
Yeah.
What I think you kind of might start with here is the Roman numerals connect here to here. So you have to do something with where they connect all the way. There's
so there's
lines all the way
here.
along the side that they
Yeah.
connect to.
Right.
And so something with these Roman numerals will connect to the bottom
Yeah.
through this puzzle. But I don't know if that's the start point or if that's just...
I also wonder about this too. You saw in the space box there was some sort of a coin slot. This one kind of has that too. Again, some sort of a slot in there. Again, you'll see a 3 here. You'll see a 1 there. Is there a 2? Do you see a 2 anywhere? I don't see a 2.
I think in the space box when I was watching Yvonne, something came out of the puzzle that you put into that slot.
Oh,
So I wonder if it's the same thing in this one, is you have
Right.
to have something that comes out first and that
Right.
you can use to help you solve the
some sort
puzzle
of
in that.
tool that you're doing again.
Yeah,
This one does have something. I think there's
maybe
one,
that's that
one
tool
thing
inside there.
floating around in there. You can hear it kind of banging around as you play with it.
Well, I know at the end there's a little guy in the whatever spot it
There,
is
that
to
one?
find.
Okay.
When at the end you'll find a guy that comes out. So I
Yep.
wonder if that's the same thing within this one.
This one does have a
Mm.
pyramid on it too. I didn't even notice that. There is a pyramid.
This all-seeing eye. That's
Yeah.
from National Treasure. I know that story
Oh,
of
yeah,
it because.
So if you want to see the pyramid, go to puzzlemaster.ca and you'll see the third version of our third puzzle in this recent shipment we got from Escape Belt. I'm hoping to see more from these guys because I actually really do like these escape rooms in a box. So they are great. Let's move into the online puzzle. Man. We've got a couple videos for us, right?
Yeah, so these ones are actually quite interesting to me this time. Usually it takes me a while to find something good, but I was actually just scrolling around, and the first one I seen the other day, which actually stood out to me quite a bit, is Jake Willis.
This is
I
on
guess-
YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
Willis, yeah.
I don't know. He has an accent, so I don't know there's a different pronunciation to it or if it's Willis. So anyways, what I found was Kepler by Felix Ure.
I found
That was
super
such an
fun.
interesting puzzle.
That puzzle was super frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the one. It's just like a little box with like ball bearings in it, right?
Yeah, and you have to fit all the ball
Yeah.
bearings in, but there's I've watched Yvonne solve that one, so I couldn't repeat it myself, but I kind of understand where you go with that one.
Right.
But he has such like a clear understanding and explanations of the puzzles he does on YouTube. Very easy to follow. Kind of has a little Chris Ramsey-esque to it, where he has his nice intro with the music and does something cool with the intro, and then kind of does his very clear. The other one I found was on Instagram.
Yep.
So I was just scrolling through Instagram looking for there's suggested accounts you can follow. They say you suggest these people, look at them and see if you want to follow them. The one I found was Douglas Clark. Now his Instagram account it's like a good tale puzzles, but there's underscores in between each word.
It's underscore, it's not dash it.
Yeah,
So
underscores.
underscore dash or good underscore tail underscore puzzles.
Yeah, so it's kind of a long name, but his name is Douglas Clark. He actually makes puzzles. I don't know if he sells them anywhere. I couldn't find a website or anything for him. But what stood out to
puzzle
me,
boxes that he makes.
he has 3 different puzzle boxes that he started with. And what kind of struck me about the puzzle boxes, there's kind of easier solves of what he said. They weren't very hard difficulty levels. But what he does, inside each box, he'll hide a tool for his next box. So you kind of have to buy the next one, buy the one previous to get the tool to help you solve the next one.
I like that.
So it's kind of like you have to buy the set of 3, essentially.
Well, you don't have to, but like if he's giving you a tool, so hold on. If I bought the second one,
You
could I
will-
not solve it if I didn't have the first
I
one?
think you need the first one to solve the second one. So I think you have to buy them in order, which is kind of a flaw if you're not going to buy all 3. But it's a cool idea in it.
You can sell them as a 3-pack,
Yeah.
right? That works.
Yeah.
I like that idea. I really do. I think that's actually quite interesting.
Yeah. Like the third one, you need it's a maze one, and there's little steel balls that you need to put through the maze. And if you don't have those steel balls, you can't solve the maze, right?
I'd be disappointed having the second one. Realizing I couldn't solve it until I bought the first one. But
So I hope that
I think
would
that's a
probably
cool
be a
idea.
good description. But it just struck me as something different, right? Something
Yeah.
interesting. But the one I liked the most about him was his Fit Layer. It was a packing puzzle called Fit Puzzle 2.
okay, that's
So-
another one he made.
Yes, he made this one as well. I think he made about 8 puzzles on his Instagram account or whatever. This one, again, wasn't super hard. I think it was like it would be like a level 7 on our scale or something like that, 7 or 8.
Okay.
And so what was interesting about this one is it's just the normal square packing puzzle, but you have different objectives. So there's an objective for a 3x3, objective by 4x4, 5x5, 6x6, and 7x7. So the frame's a 7x7, but you have objectives for different ones to fit the pieces in.
It's flat or like
It's a flat packing puzzle.
Okay.
And what kind of was a little bit different about it too is it's a 2-layer. So it's not 1 layer. You have to fit the pieces together. You have to kind of,
Right. Yeah.
with
I've
the
seen
2
that.
layers.
Well, that's good. That's good.
yeah.
And his stuff was all wood.
Yes, all
Yeah.
wood. I think it's kind of like this style of plywood stuff
Yeah.
for the most
Where it's
part.
laser
So
cut kind of thing.
yeah.
Cool. Well, definitely check out Douglas Clark on Instagram, and that is all we have for Online Buzz, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you guys for watching. You can check us out on YouTube here. Follow us or subscribe to our channel, like this video. Go to TikTok. You can see us on Instagram, and then go to our website, and you can subscribe to our newsletter on there, as well as you can, if there's puzzles you're waiting to come in that are out of stock, you can click to get notified when they come back in stock. So we do have a system that'll do that for you. So thank you guys for watching. That's the end of our video. That's the end of episode was 94 today.
94,
Puzzle
yeah.
Time. Thank you guys.